This is the last bit of it. Harvard?
Harvard University is joining the list of schools offering free tuition to many students. WBZ's Courtney Cole is back with us in studio to tell us who's eligible. Courtney.
At least Harvard calls its plan a significant financial aid expansion.
I would have tried harder in school. Legitimately. I would have legitimately tried harder in school. If there was a chance I could have got into Harvard. Oh my God.
So starting in the 2025-2026 academic year, Harvard students with family incomes of $200,000 a year or less will receive free tuition. Some of those students may also be eligible for additional aid to cover expenses like room and board. But for students whose families earn $100,000 or less, just about everything will be free.
Yes.
That's tuition,
board,
fees,
books,
food, housing, travel, cost to campus, winter gear, and grant money in both their first and third years. Harvard says that the expanded program would make about 86% of families in the U.S. eligible for some financial aid.
That's
and within
crazy.
the past year, MIT, Bridgewater State, Brandeis, UMass Boston, and Holy Cross all announced free tuition programs as well. Lisa?
Which is such a help.
What? But how many students who go to Harvard actually have less than 200K income? Not that many. If you want to be honest, if you want to include doctorate students, America has about 2% doctor students, I believe, 2 to 3%, the amount of doctor students. The rest are foreign nationals coming to study abroad. So if we cut that chunk out, that's a lot of them. Then we cut out the chunk of people who are just going there because they know people, fraternities. Other than that, people who actually get into Harvard who make less than 200 grand, probably say a few hundred people, maybe a few hundred people. But I think that's better than zero, right? Like, this is a hope. This is like, if you're struggling, but if you're gifted and smart, or if you think you're smart and apply yourself, you can get into Harvard and MIT. It is not a dream. It is not something you could never afford. It's just something you have to dedicate your life to, pretty much. It's something. You're right. Yeah, the hardest part of Harvard and MIT and such is getting in. Yeah, no, this is great. But if you can't get in, I mean, yeah, but at least it's something. We're walking down the path, right? Before Harvard, Brown and all these other schools, MIT, were just dreams because they're so ridiculously expensive. You either have to be one of the gifted minds or have a lot of noodles and connections. So I think it's good, right? It's better than nothing.
Help to families. Courtney, thank you.
I think so. I think it's good. I mean, personally, if I heard this when I was like 14, 12, it could have changed my mentality, because I got a job at 15, to help my mom out, So maybe like hearing that I had a slight chance at maybe getting to Harvard or MIT if I really, really applied myself and my mom wouldn't have to pay tuition. Maybe, I can't say for sure. I'm like, oh yeah, I would apply myself. I can't say for sure, but I think like maybe that would give me a little bit of hope, and I think it's designed for those kind of people, right? The ones that want to apply themselves, the ones that want to succeed, but just don't have the capability. Like, the crazy part is they cover travel, winter clothes. That's things that regular people don't really think about. It's insane.